Hey, yo, so much cat hair on this microphone. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. Dexter, your hair is everywhere. Hey everyone, welcome back to Outside of Work, where we explore who we truly are beyond our job titles. I'm back. It's been 4 months. It's been 4 months. I think the last episode was November. No, it hasn't. No, I had another episode after that episode. It's been a minute, to say the least. And it's like, I've been in kind of like a dark cloud, the best way to visualize it. And now I feel as if the clouds have parted and I can see the sun coming through. This warmer weather really helps as well. But yeah, sometimes you have those moments in life. And I feel for me, I like to be real with y'all. Hopefully when you guys comment or give feedback, you could be real as well. But life can be hard sometimes, especially nowadays. And I've talked about this a lot on this podcast where, I think a lot of it is I've had a lot of expectations on myself. And the past year has been very difficult in realizing that some of the expectations I had for myself have not come to fruition. And so getting back on the path or, whatever new path this might look like has been very emotionally difficult. My friend gave me some really good advice because lately I just kind of have been balled up, not really wanting to do much. And she said, sometimes when you don't feel like doing something, you do it anyways. You do it in spite of not wanting to do it. So I'm taking advantage of this moment where I see the sun to get back to my podcast. I love this. This was meant to be something as a self-exploration, a self-discovery. And we're back. My expectation was to release an episode every week. And then that became a lot. And then I was like, okay, bet, let's do every 2 weeks. And then that didn't happen either. So I think my expectations of myself have to change as well. I follow this one YouTuber named Swoozy. I've been following him for like over 10 years. This man releases like a clip like every 6 months, 4, 3, I don't know. It's just so sporadic because he knows himself. He knows that if he sets himself on a schedule, it's just not going to happen. And when it comes to creativity and something that's supposed to be fun, like outside of work, I kind of don't want to put those expectations on myself. And hopefully you guys are okay with that and can still find enjoyment in following along in the self-discovery and in the episodes that I will bring to you in the future. So here I am, an imperfect person. I'm just a girl. And honestly, I'm a girl who does all these things all by myself. The shooting, the writing, the editing, the everything. So it's a labor of love that I really want to take my time with and, release when I feel as if it's like, yeah, this is good. And when I'm in the emotional headspace to do so, which I think is okay. I have been hustling all my life. It's been a hustle to do everything. Like, let's go. Bigger, better, brighter, whatever. And now I just want to have fun. I want to have so much fun. I want to enjoy creating and enjoy being. And I think that falls in line with life as well. Enjoying the process. Life is supposed to be slow. Life has no expectations. I mean, societal expectations, sure. But I think we all can create our own life at our own pace. And that's something that I'm learning. And I think that's okay. So I say all this as if I've perfected it. I haven't. I have not. I'm a work in progress like everybody. But yeah, I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a rundown of why you haven't seen my shiny face in a while. This does seem a bit shiny. Is this shot bright? Looking at my monitor. We'll fix it in post. With that being said, I had a lot of fun in this new episode. I somehow was able to wrangle my 2 younger siblings to talk about all things Gen Z. Okay. Well, honestly, they were actually pretty excited to come on. They're just like so open, and the conversation we have in this episode is literally just like how we talk in real life. Like, it's just gabbing, it's just a whole lot of cackling and talking over each other. But I really ask them because I want to understand, what are y'all going through, as young folk coming into the adult world. My little brother Brayden is 17. He's gonna be a whole ass adult next month, 18. Aurelia is 22. She's fully in her adulthood, working and going into her profession. And so I'm just like, this world, when I look at it, like, I'm struggling. What the heck is going on in your mind? What are you guys talking about? What is social media like for you guys? What's the lingo? Obviously, the kind of thing that we all like to do is understand what the younger generation is talking about. And so this is what I ask them. And the conversation is very wide ranging. I feel as if we barely scratched the surface on the intergenerational differences, commonalities, all that. And so I don't know, maybe there'll be a part 2, part 3 of this. But this episode is jam-packed. It is so fun. I hope you guys laugh along with us. I hope you guys, give your own commentary along with us. Gen Z teaching a millennial what they're all about. Let's get into it. Hey, Gentrix and Edit here. One quick thing I forgot to mention. Towards the end of the podcast, you'll see the audio kind of drop out and sound different. That's because I'm trying out a new recording using my microphone and a new device. And unbeknownst to me, it ran out of batteries. So I'm using the camera audio. You can still listen to it. There's no problem. It just won't be as rich and warm and amazing as this audio quality. Okay, that's it. Back to the episode. All right. How about give me one big clap so I can sync my... Steady? Let's do it again. Good job. Thank you. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Just a conversation.
You want another clap?
No, I think we're good.
Oh, okay.
that was a good clap. You're good. Aurelia, Brayden, how y'all doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
You doing good?
Mm-hmm. I'll be fine once spring break comes. Yeah.
You're over it.
At least you got a spring break.
I'm
busy with
busy. You have spring break. It's just later than mine.
It's just late, but like we have track meets, we have pen relays. Also running a 4x4 at pen relays this year, so we got to be there like all day. I feel like it's one of the more popular track events because people always have to stand and do like moo.
Yeah,
moo.
yeah.
Yeah.
I like to watch it. I did not like to run it.
Yeah.
That was hell.
Watching it is definitely entertaining. Running it, it's something else.
I know. So I brought you guys on because I feel as if, I'm a millennial. You guys are Gen Z. You guys keep me young. I'm trying to whenever I have a question, I'm always like, so what are the young people saying? What does this word mean? What's going on? And you guys help an aging person get by, basically.
Gotcha.
We get it.
So for the audience, can you please tell them your age and when you were born?
Hey, Aurelia, I'm 22. I think about it. And I was born in 2003.
Yeah, and I'm Brayden. I'm 17, turning April 19th. And I was born in 2007.
Good Lord. I am ancient. 2003 and 2007. This is yeah. All right, awesome. And me over here, 94. So just a little bit of a difference. Brayden,
yeah.
Right?
That's
you and I, Brayden, have a 13-year age gap, which is wild. Dang to you too. And you're how 9?
Ours is just 9.
9 years. That's still crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah. So it feels like you guys grew up in like a different era and a different age than like me and our older sister did, you know? So yeah. So like, what do you think?
I feel like, at least for me, I feel like with him it's different. When I grew up, it felt more of like a transitional period in terms of like technology too, because when I was younger, we only had access to like, cable TV.
Yeah.
We had a computer downstairs and we played those like computer games like solitaire.
Yeah, like the basic ones.
The really
the
basic
ones. With the computer.
The keyboard was like giant with the giant like
clickety clackety keyboards.
Clicky, yeah. And like it wasn't like common for people to like even like when I was growing up, it wasn't like a smartphone era until I got into middle school.
That's interesting. Yeah, it's interesting that you say that it didn't really become a smartphone era till you got to middle school, because most people would be like, you guys only knew technology.
I feel like there's more Gen Alpha than us Gen Z.
No, I feel like it's like the other half of Gen Z. Like him.
You think, Brayden, like, do you remember a world without technology?
Honestly, not really. Like older technology, yes. Like I remember like just like playing my DS. I still have my DS in my room, by the way. I just remember playing my DS, and like we did have computer games downstairs. And then I definitely did notice a transition from like those like older consoles to like the newer consoles that we have now, which are smartphones.
Yeah.
And smartphones and like MacBooks and like all that jazz.
Yeah.
Like him growing up, he got like his technology at a way younger age. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
So like while like, for example, like when Eugene and I got like our tablets and whatever, we were like in middle school, like 5th grade, 6th grade, and Brayden got his like 1st grade.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like he more so grew up like with it in his face. But like us, we got it like a while later.
Yeah. Because I remember Maxie and I, we got our first little brick phone, flip phone in 5th grade. That's what I remember. And that's only, that was, to us, that was great. That was technology right there.
Yeah.
But we just couldn't text until like after a certain time.
9.
Or make phone calls until a certain
9.
time.
It's when it's free.
You know what I mean? Whereas now the internet, like you wouldn't even dare press the like web icon on there to go onto the internet.
Really?
That's money, bro. Yeah.
Wow.
Every minute was money. So it's like, oh my gosh, you try to like backspace out of it so quickly. Yeah,
That's
so now it's
funny.
just like unfettered access to the internet and like AI and everything now.
It's very easily accessible, and like, that's all that kids use.
Crazy.
I also have a question. Did each individual text you send cost money?
Yes. I remember Maxie got in trouble because she sent too many texts. and she was like, oh, I didn't realize every single like text, like if you say and send it's like 10 cents or something. I don't know.
That's nuts.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Would a paragraph be the same amount as like a word?
That's a good question. I think it was by characters too. That's actually a good question. I don't remember. But yeah, it was not, you couldn't just send unlimited texts and messages. You have to wait until after 9 p.m. to like be able to send all those. Yeah. But yeah, what's something that you think millennials and like older generations just don't get about Gen Z?
Don't get?
Yeah. What do we get about you guys?
I don't know. That's like a you question. What don't you get?
What?
Yeah.
No. Like,
because like it's not like I interact with like enough millennials to know.
But is, like, have you ever had like, I don't know. I just feel as if it's always like a thing of, oh, Gen Z just expects things to come to them. Gen Z doesn't want to work hard. Gen Z, you know what I mean? Like that kind of thing.
I guess maybe like I'd say like, because there's Gen Z and there's Gen Alpha, and I feel like millennials tend to just blend the two together.
Yeah. When
they're very different. Well, they're a little different. I feel like Gen Alpha was fully raised on technology. Like, for example, where at my job, like I'm a server, and I just assume anyone under the age of 10 is Gen Alpha. I think that's a safe assumption, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So very little kids, 4 or 5. 9 times out of 10, those kids have iPads. Those kids have iPads and they're on their iPads at the table. And if they're not on their iPads, like...
All of them?
Yes.
All the kids you've seen that come...
The young kids, like the young Gen Alpha age kids, they're on their tablet. They like have like iPads or tablets. And like that's what they're on, and they're not like really interacting with anybody else. They're just on the tablets. Even when they're eating, they're like, the tablet's there. It's like posted up. You know those cases that like have the stands? It's all of them. It's all of the kids.
Why do you think that is? That's so... I don't know. It just seems like they're not even interacting with the family. Whereas back in the day, I feel like we would have to. But like the family's the one who like bought it for them. That's true. The thing. So, and like when you're young, I guess, and it's just a lot of like, it's a lot of, what's it called? Stimulation.
Yeah, it's a lot of stimuli. And that's like what draws their attention. But I also think it's like a lot because when those kids get those iPads taken away, from what I've seen, it's not fun.
Ooh.
It's not fun because I have to stand there awkwardly.
Oh gosh.
And while the kid's like screaming or the kid's like freaking out, or if a kid is like screaming or freaking out, like the first thing the parent gives them is like their phone or like an iPad. So I feel like more Gen Alpha.
Jeez, they can't survive without that technology.
Very reliant on technology. It's like it's always just there.
And you guys aren't? Because I feel as if whenever I see a group of Gen Zers, y'all just like click, 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 clicking away.
We are. I
feel
like,
always on your phone.
I guess like I feel like the difference is more so like development of character. I feel like well, maybe I can't speak on Gen Alpha like that, but I guess a lot of exposure, unlimited internet access takes them away from like reality and like I don't know, just like interacting with other people. They tend to just be more like blunt, but like not in a kind way.
Yeah,
like it's like not really, I don't know how to word it.
Yeah,
like emotional
intelligence.
Yeah, emotional intelligence is like,
that's interesting,
kind of like not there, not the like unempathetic. You see, that sounds crazy, but like that's like what it kind of feels like because of like the lack of having to like
interact socially.
Yeah. So
do you think
I feel like with Gen Z we got to like develop that before we got technology.
Okay. Do you think so, Bray?
Do I think so?
Or like what do you think that older generations like millennials and others don't understand about you guys? What do we...
If I were to say anything, it'd be like the lingo that we use nowadays. Because it's surprisingly different. Because like we have a lot of slang words that like can mean one thing, but can also be interpreted as like another thing. And like I think we'll get into that later. But I have like a whole list of words that we use nowadays that you probably wouldn't understand unless we'd explain it.
I know. With each new generation, there's like new lingo, new words, new ways of like
or they just
things.
Like change the meaning.
Yeah.
Things like. Because, like, if you think about it, some of the words were, like, already established, like, and then they just
over
changed
time,
it.
They just changed the meaning.
Yeah.
Completely different than its original definition.
Yeah. It's like, it's the opposite of what it used to mean.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
So fascinating. I don't know. I mean, you guys grew up with, me and Maxie, and you guys kind of grew up in the transition, into this new era that we got. So what do you think growing up with like millennials, older siblings, how did that help shape you, if at all, to maybe your other counterparts at school or at work?
I feel like it's not really a generational thing. We're just having older siblings, I guess. And like, I feel like for me, I was more so raised by my older siblings.
I can say the same about myself.
By the time I like hit like 5th grade, 6th grade, and like you guys were gone, I was like a pretty developed, emotionally like developed being,
Yeah. Would you say that came from just like you yourself, or like seeing how we moved throughout our generations? Yeah.
Both.
Okay.
I feel like it's like I saw how you guys moved, but like I also had like the freedom to be myself
Mm-hmm.
and also develop my interests that were like outside of any type of technological thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I had so many hobbies when I was in 5th grade because, like, what do you do in your free time?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I like to draw. I would play
Mhm.
my viola. I was running.
Mm-hmm.
I was outside, too. Like, I played outside a lot.
Yeah.
Which I think is the difference between, like, Gen Z and like maybe like Gen Alpha because they're not really outside.
Yeah, I don't really see a lot of kids playing outside anymore.
That's
like
crazy.
I used to. Like back when I used to play outside.
Yeah.
We used to go to kids' doors like, oh, you want to play outside? I'd be like, yeah, sure. And then we come and have like we'll play like a large game of like Manhunt or something.
Yeah.
Nowadays I'm not seeing that. Like I can be driving throughout the neighborhood, like I can like go run an errand to like Walmart or something, and I just see like the streets are just barren. Like there are some kids out there that are playing. They're like playing soccer, but that's really the only kids that I see.
Dang.
Not as much as it used to be.
Yeah, because we got these basketball courts up there and the swimming pool and the tennis courts and that big baseball field, and that's always empty. I feel like those are always filled with kids in the summertime, even when the weather got warmer.
In the summertime, there's more kids. I just feel like kids don't go out of their way to be outside as much as they used to.
That's crazy.
Like, I'd be out in the snow.
No, literally.
I'd be out in like the cold when it's raining. We'd be like jumping in puddles and stuff and like rolling in the grass. It was gross, but like we did it because like
come back inside smelling like outside.
Yeah, smelling like outside. That's all there was to do because we were just outside like that. And I feel like now it's just like, well, it's cold. Why would I go outside? I'm gonna go on my phone. Like,
that's so interesting. Yeah, because I remember. Yeah, because I used to play basketball with there weren't a lot of girls that were outside, so Maxie and I just ended up playing with the guys. Like, what are we supposed to do? So we would always play basketball with them outside, or we used to have a basketball hoop right in our driveway, so we do that all the time, or run around. You guys know me and my roller skating story where I jacked up.
I was there.
Yeah, I'm not the collective. Yeah,
I was there.
Do you want to tell the story, Aurelia?
Oh, okay.
I'm dying.
So I was like 3.
Remembering this was ingrained into your brain.
It was one of my opening memories to Aurelia. My gosh. We used to live in Connecticut, and we had this driveway that was really long, and from the top of the driveway, it goes downhill to the basketball hoop, and I'm at the bottom of the driveway playing with my Barbies, and Gentrix is at the top with her rollerblades.
No knee pads.
Yeah, no
nothing,
pads,
no helmet,
naked shorts, and like she just goes, and
what was I thinking? I don't know what I thought. I was a daredevil or something. Like, yeah, I can go down this steep driveway and I'll be fine. The tree will catch me.
Yeah, you just went and you ate it. Your knee got messed up. I remember going over like, what happened? And like your knee was mangled.
It was jacked up. That's why my knees are jacked up to this day. Because I was playing outside. I'll play outside. I get bruised. Like, that's what you're supposed to do as a kid,
Yeah, rite of passage.
Exactly. You keep it pushing. But yeah. Okay.
Builds character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you feel as if it's more just like having older siblings that helped shape who you guys are nowadays.
I make fun of only children.
Oh.
Because they're weirdos. Every single only child I met is a weirdo. Well, there's like one exception. Yeah. But like, they just move differently. I feel like having siblings in general is like, it builds character. It really like a certain type of character.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you're by yourself and you kind of just get everything you want and you don't have to share. And like, it's those little things. It's those little things. But
exactly.
Like, throughout the past, like, the past 2 years, I've met the weirdest only children ever. Yeah. They're strange.
What makes them strange?
Lack of siblings.
What you
said? He said lack of siblings. I was gonna say like no self-awareness.
Yeah.
And like since like they're not around other people as much, social awareness is also lacking. What was I gonna say? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like mostly that. Like they just don't know how to like act in social settings. But also, you know how siblings like bully each other, whatever?
Yes.
Like they've never been bullied before. So they're out here acting strange.
And then when they get bullied,
or
they're
acting crazy, and then they're like, they get bullied for it, and they're like, why are people bullying this? Like, why are people bullying me? And I'm just like, because you didn't have siblings to bully you out of doing that crazy stuff. So now you're like
Bro.
20, acting like wild.
Bro.
But yeah.
That's a good point. Siblings are the first bullies. You need it.
Yeah.
Character development.
We'll stop you from doing too much.
Stop you from being crazy. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah. So.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Like, I remember, I think it was like me and Eugene. It was like we're like messing around. And, like he picked me up and like he held me over like the edge of the railing. And I'm like, oh, let
What
me
the
down.
heck? Why am I not just finding out about this? What the heck?
I didn't know about it either.
It was a while ago. It's not the first time it happened, but like, it was,
What's a while ago?
I don't know how old was it.
Like 10 years?
Like I was like 8 or something.
Oh, okay. I thought
So,
you meant
like,
like
10
2 months
years
ago.
ago.
I was gonna say, what the heck?
Yeah, we were just messing around. I'm like, don't drop me.
Do not drop him on his head. My God. Oh, goodness gracious. What's something that you think millennials had easier compared to Gen Z? And what's harder for you? Or you know,
Or had like nicer or like better.
yeah, better. Or like what's harder
Ooh.
for you now? You know?
I have one.
Okay.
Or like I was scrolling through TikTok
Mm-hmm.
and seeing how like people like Gen Z were complaining because the club scene for millennials was so much better
It was lit.
than
it was
what
lit.
we have now.
That's a good
And like
one.
literally it has to do with phones and like the
Yes.
introduction of technology, because I can't speak for y'all, but like you guys were just out there partying. It wasn't really anything like about like looking like
Mm-hmm.
well, like you guys looked nice, but like
Mhm.
you weren't worried about like being caught off guard.
Exactly.
Or like
getting exposed on social media for doing something while,
Exactly.
you know, you're just out there having a good time.
Exactly.
because like now it's more so like you go out, people don't dress up.
Which is crazy to me.
At least in like this area when I go down.
Yeah. Oh no, Aurelia. It's everywhere. I've seen it. Whereas
It's like
yeah.
like the go-to is black tank, jeans, white Air Forces. And I'm like, but I want to wear a skirt. Like, and like girls like will wear skirts and stuff, but like I feel like it's like more common to just do the jean, black top, combo, wombo, get your side purse,
Girl.
go out, like that's it. And like anything else,
Like it's a
like if
casual
you
Tuesday.
like if you like put on a dress, that's like doing too much, kind of.
Meanwhile, me and my homegirls would not leave until we had heels, a dress or a skirt, something cute. We would go shopping for these outfits.
Yeah.
Get something together, get our hair done. We were looking like to the nines.
You do not have to put in that much effort now.
That's
like,
crazy. Like I could not imagine going to the club in sneakers. Are you kidding me?
why not? Like that's what they do.
At least do like platform heels or something. Like something to look cute, but sneakers?
Yeah.
No.
White
No.
Forces.
No.
Yeah.
Not white Air Forces.
I mean, I wear platforms because I like being tall. I'm short. So
Yeah.
like I wear platforms regardless. You know, like, and like I think people do wear platforms, but they wear like platform sneakers.
Oh my gosh. I can't. Is it just about comfort? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh my lord.
It's like it's more comfort, but and then it's again like looks and stuff like
Yeah.
you have in your phone, so nobody is like dancing really.
Really?
Nobody's like, they're kind of just standing around and like hanging out and like being there. So it's just like, you know, you might as well dress up if you're gonna have your phone and like be like recording yourself or something.
Defeats the
You
whole
know,
purpose of
like,
going
That's what
clubbing.
I'm saying. Go now, go dance, go grind
Yeah.
go grind on somebody. Like, what are we doing?
When oh my god, I went out with my two friends, my friends, my old coworkers too. It was so fun because we're like, let's go and dance, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
Like that's like all we did.
Yeah.
And like you'd be surprised when we were there how many people were just there, like just standing, kind of. Not even like really dancing, just kind of like
That's crazy.
with their drink. And I'm like, there's no motion in this place at all, and it's packed.
Yeah. Which is funny with all your TikTok dances. Y'all think you guys would be out there causing a
Please.
ruckus.
TikTok dances aren't as like intricate as they used to be. I feel like circa 2019, 2020 was like, yeah. Now it's kind of like some like simplified little. It's not even anything crazy,
Yeah.
you know. But yeah, no,
Okay.
it's not like that. Like the club scene, And then like you can dance all night and then like look a mess and like it's fine.
Yeah,
no,
it's totally cool.
Not over here. Once
Bruh.
once the lace starts lifting over here, they're going home. Like, yeah.
Dang, a girl walking home barefoot holding her heels. That was a good time.
Mm-hmm,
But now y'all just like cute, aesthetic, and then you go home.
clean girl.
Clean-
Like,
Dang.
that's what they be saying nowadays.
That's
Clean girl.
interesting.
So yeah, I feel like you guys had that better.
Oh, that was so fun.
Like I would
Yeah.
love to like me and my friends were literally like, we need to go farther away. We need to go farther away.
I think if you go to New York, you might have a good time.
Yeah.
If you go into the city.
We were saying that we need to keep it pushing because there definitely be like more like even if it's a little bit. Like I just feel like over here.
More like what? What was that, Aurelia? What was that?
Dancing.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say something else.
Oh, what?
More black people.
Oh yeah, that too. That too. Yeah, that definitely helps. That helps a lot. Yeah. Like they were like also my coworkers are like older than me, so they're just like all the dudes here are like early 20s. Like this is not our demographic.
Yeah.
Really. And I'm like, you're right. We do need to like just go more over there because it's more diverse.
Yeah. It's more fun.
It's more things going on over there. I feel like we'd all have a better time because it's also like we're all like black. We're a little diverse little group. So
I dig it.
it's nicer like that. Yeah.
Okay.
So club scene.
Yeah, that's what we had easier. Okay. What do you think the other generation had easier than you guys?
I'm gonna be honest, Gentrix. I have no idea.
Yep.
I have no idea. I'm not ashamed to say that I don't know something.
Yeah. That's totally fine. That's totally fine.
Well, I feel like technology just made things a lot easier for us.
Yeah.
Like you guys had to do things old-fashioned way.
Yeah. Exactly. Which was I mean, you don't notice that something is hard until there's an easier way of doing something. So it's just regular life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like the technology you guys have now, maybe in the future there'll be something even easier. You'll be like, oh, I just used to do it this way.
Yeah.
That's how it is for us, at least, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, I can give an example of this because for track we had to do a fundraiser where we go around selling popcorn, and I say it was like really easy for me because like I had access to my teachers. I can say like, oh, you want to like purchase some popcorn for the track team, and like I can just like text people saying like I can send them a screenshot of like the flyers like, oh, you want to buy some popcorn or something.
True.
And they'll be like, yeah, sure. And like I don't have to leave the comfort of my bed in order to do that. And like I did go from door to door and like asking people. I mean, I got no's left and right, but like it counted. But like the days before, like we had like smartphones, like technology and all that stuff. Like people would actually have to go door to door, asking people. I'm running for so and so track team, track club. Would you be interested in this? Get doors and slam in their face left and right.
Slam in your face and be like politely no.
So I think like the communication aspect is like a lot easier. Like instead of like having like a face-to-face conversation to someone, I can have a conversation or like over the phone and like or just like text somebody.
That's true. That's true. We did have email. You know, it was a bit slower, but we did. But I remember, yeah, you're right. The technology makes it so much faster. When I was raising money for like what's that cancer walk every year?
Relay for Life.
Yeah, me and my friend. I remember I made like a cute little basket, had like pink ribbons on it, and it had like our Relay for Life team on the front. And whatever, and then I literally go door to door, like being like, "Hey, you want to, donate to my team for Relay for Life?" And in that aspect, too, people kind of had to trust that that's what you were actually there for, Whereas now you can like send them a link. Yeah.
And I feel like that was like more common too, so like people were more open to like I'll help donate for you. Now it's like, why are you at my door?
That's true. Yeah. I actually raised a lot of money that way. I raised I raised the most on my team. Yeah.
But you used to live in this very populated neighborhood.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not as, I don't know. I feel as if I barely see anyone anymore.
Here?
Yeah.
Yeah, because people don't go outside. Yeah.
Craziness.
Maybe every once in a while you see somebody.
Once it hits summertime, it's like...
Yeah.
It'll pick up a little bit.
That's where people start crawling out.
Yeah. Out of hibernation. Okay, let's talk about social media and the way Gen Z uses it nowadays. How do you think that's different?
Social media? Depends on the app.
Yeah.
I think. Like, I feel like with Instagram's very much visual aesthetics. you gotta look really good on your Instagram. Like,
Yeah, you deleted your whole Instagram,
people
Aurelia.
don't. I didn't delete it. I archived my pictures from high school because when I was at Montclair, this chick said, "Your Instagram's really childish. It looks like a middle schooler's."
That's crazy.
She was also crazy, but anyway, she said, and I was like so like horrified. I was like, "Oh my god," because like I had gotten my Instagram in high school, so I was like, there's not even any middle school pictures to talk about. What are you talking about? I was so mad. So I archived it, and then like after that, I started to try to be more aesthetically nice. Like I took,
What does that even mean?
like I tried in my pictures, like they were like meticulous and curated and like very much like set up, and I made sure to like get like the really nice ones too, where I was like looking good, I was wearing nice clothes, or like I'd be in good lighting.
Oh, that's
and, like,
exhausting.
That's like, I feel like what a lot of Instagram is, it's very much like, ooh, I can't just like post like something for fun, because that's what Instagram used to be in the beginning. But now it's like not really like that. Like for Gen Z, it's like you gotta look good, and if you don't want to look good and if you want to post on Insta for fun, then you have a Finsta.
A Finsta. Y'all taught me about that. I was like, what's a Finsta?
Fake Insta, which is just like an account where you could just do whatever you want, and like sometimes it's just like they just post pictures or whatever. Like they do whatever they want, but like their main account is like looks nice.
That's
it's
crazy.
Like clean, crisp, and
interesting.
all that. Has good pictures.
Do you guys have Finstas?
I do not.
No.
I don't know what that was.
Would you tell me? Feels of y'all lying.
No, it's too much work.
I'm not lying.
You say it's too much work?
Yeah.
Would you say the majority of Gen Zers have Finstas?
I know a good amount of people with Insta because, like, I guess like spam accounts like fall under like the category of fake Instagrams where people like just like post whatever they're doing, and then they have their own main Instagram account where they post like important things like events or like, or if they just think that they look good and they want to post on Instagram, then they post on their main account. And the spam card is a bunch of, I don't know.
Yeah, spam falls under Finsta. Like spam accounts are just like they just post whatever. They post a lot on there, so they'll have like hundreds of posts on there because they just post whatever. But on their main Instagram, they have like 4.
Well, you
really
say
nice
spam,
pictures.
you don't mean like the spam that like tries to get your information, right? What
No,
you guys
they're spamming their account, like they're like excessively pumping out content.
Yeah, excessively posting.
Okay, so that's different than their like regular Instagram.
Yeah,
and it's the same thing as a Finsta.
Pretty much.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. But you're saying, like, for example, Instagram's all about aesthetics. It's all about how you look. You're not just going to be posting, like, here's what I ate. Or here's... Oh, no.
Well, like, again, it depends
Instagram
on the kind of person.
First. I don't know.
Depends on the kind of person. Like, maybe they'll post, like, small things like that on their story.
Oh, okay.
But, like, main posts are for, like, pivotal things that have happened in your life, or like really nice pictures or something like that.
Seems real curated.
Yeah,
seems real curated.
Again, it depends on the person. I know people who just like post a lot and like they don't care.
Yeah,
like, but that's like a small few who like don't really care.
Yeah, so that's Instagram. What about the other social media that y'all use?
We can talk about TikTok, right?
Yeah, and make sure you're talking to the mic, Bray, just so I can move closer. That's all. Yeah.
There's a saying that goes by like TikTok is like a fast food restaurant, and like YouTube is like a dine-in like restaurant.
Okay.
Because you can get like more extensive, like longer content on TikTok. Yeah. Not on YouTube, while TikTok's like more like short, like things that you can laugh at.
Yeah.
Because I feel like TikTok, like when TikTok came out, it ended up being like a culmination of all the social medias that people already use. So like circa 2018, I was using Snapchat. I was on Instagram a lot because TikTok didn't exist, or like it wasn't like popular yet. And I was on YouTube so much. That's what I remember. Before TikTok, I was on YouTube a lot because there was a lot of like content creators on YouTube.
Yeah.
And like that's where they were. That's where they were popular. And like they'd update like weekly. I remember just always being on YouTube and watching like my everything on YouTube.
Yeah.
That's where I got my videos. And I liked watching videos too. But then TikTok came and it's like they're videos, but they're short.
Yeah.
Right.
And like that's what people have gotten used to. So it's like it has an effect on the attention span.
I was gonna say such short attention spans. And y'all talk so quick, like I'm like, oh my gosh, wait, hold up. Talk's a bit slower.
Mumble.
I can't catch everything. You know what I mean? It's like everything's fast and there's like captions and graphics. I'm like, I don't know how y'all keep up with everything that's coming up on the screen and how quickly the information is being disseminated to you.
Because it's just like
yeah,
what you've gotten used to. But I feel like TikTok's like the most popular like social media platform. But before that, it was like a good divide between like Insta and YouTube and like Snapchat. People like, I don't know. As you grow older, you kind of phase out of Snapchat, in my opinion. Like post high school, you're not really on it like that. Yeah. Regardless of like generation.
Snapchat was big for us in college. I remember. Talk about like club scenes and stuff like that. It would just disappear. Like you couldn't save it back in the day. It just it's gone.
Like
that's where you post like but it definitely started to die down after we left college. 2016 for us. So if you were to choose one social media, which would it be?
TikTok.
One social media to what?
To just use. If you only choose one out of all of them, which one would you choose?
I'm fighting between TikTok and YouTube because YouTube has like a lot more like longer content that I watch, but I also like a lot of TikTokers. So for the sake of argument, I'll just say TikTok. For the sake of argument, I'll just say.
Y'all must have been sad when it was almost taken away for one day.
You know, I was ready to change my life.
You were ready to be reformed.
I was so ready. I was gonna go outside, like, and everything.
I was gonna go outside.
That was stressing.
I was like, okay, I'm gonna become a reformed. I'm gonna get back into reading. I'm gonna read real books. Like, I'm gonna go outside. Maybe I finally have time to pick up like 2 more hobbies. Now that I'm not, and then like 5 hours later is back, and I was like,
forget that.
Anyway, I was like,
back to regularly scheduled
right as I was about to set my foot on the grass, like it came back. TikTok.
Oh, darn.
Yeah.
Dang, TikTok takes up that much time.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
I think it's the most used thing on my phone right now.
That's
like for screen time.
Yeah. What is it? Let me see yours because mine is like a 0.
I was at my friend's.
Mine's probably bad.
It was like a Christmas party, and we were showing like our usage on our phone, and all of us had like TikTok at the top for like hours at a time. It was like so bad. And I was like, dang, I really do spend all my time
on TikTok.
What's it called? Screen time.
Bray, what is it?
3 hours and 26 minutes.
Is that overall or like average? What is that?
It's the most used app in the most used category.
Dang.
It's like the beginning of the week. So like it refreshed. Whew. For me, it's 1 hour, 41 minutes. But like.
Seems small.
Last week. For the entire week, it was 25 hours and 56 minutes. So almost 26 hours.
That's a whole day and then some.
So
wow.
And then everything else isn't as bad.
That's a lot.
Like,
that's a lot.
My Instagram's low-key a lot. Because, like, if I'm not on TikTok...
You're on Instagram.
I go to Instagram, and I'm only on there for the reels. Because their reels are funny.
They are funny.
Their reels are funny.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. Like, I'm not even on, like, the main page with all the posts. I'm on the reels. But my Insta was 13 hours. Which is better than 25.
By 12 hours.
And then the rest, it's, like, 4, 3. But that's, like, for the week.
Yeah. Yeah.
So my
my gosh. I don't know. I don't even look at my numbers anymore. I know for all of them it's probably really low because I think I made a video about this before. I'm in that era where people are having a lot of life changes. And so, so like people are getting engaged or married or having, a baby or, already have kids.
You're 30s.
That kind of stuff. Yeah. I know. and it's not like I hate seeing that stuff. It's just kind of like, I don't know. It's like you're a human and sometimes comparison comes up and it ruins your whole day. So then I just get off. Does that affect you guys at all? This almost looking at like, oh wow, look at this person's life or oh wow, look at what's happening here.
Mm-hmm.
I find myself like unconsciously like comparing myself to other people when in reality comparison's really the thief of joy. And the most common would be like in track. Yeah. Track is like there's levels to the sport. Yeah. So like you can like run like a good race that day and like realistically you did run good. Mm-hmm. And then like you see a headlight come up saying, oh, 13-year-old runs a 10.5 and 100 meter and we're like That's crazy.
Like, yeah.
So
Like,
it makes you feel
geez.
like that you're not doing enough as a track athlete when everyone's growth is different. Like you could have like a breakthrough coming up and you wouldn't even know that yet. Like I feel like that was like me last year because like I feel like I improved a lot last year with like knocking like almost 2 seconds off my 200-meter personal best.
Wow. That's
like,
big.
It was crazy.
Yeah, but then you see stuff like that and you're like,
oh my goodness.
Or what's his face? Wilson.
Quincy Wilson.
Yeah. A little 16-year-old going to the Olympics. Yeah. Wait, is he 16 or 15?
He's 17 now.
Oh, he's 17 now. Well, he was 16 then. Yeah. You see that kind of stuff, you know. That's how I felt when I saw Sydney McLaughlin at the Olympics. I was like, are you kidding me? I mean, she came dead last, but she was at the Olympics. And now look at her.
Yeah. I feel like I've done a lot of improvement in my life. In like a lot of aspects of my life. Like to where I used to care about stuff like that. So like people are like outside, like hanging out, big friend groups.
Yeah.
Like back in the day, like in high school, I used to be like, oh, wow, having so much fun. But now I'm like, I don't really care.
Yeah.
Like I don't really care. Since everyone's just on a different path in life, you know, my life is not gonna be the same as somebody else's, and I don't care if it's not the same because I think I'm doing something completely different than my classmates too. So like, I don't really have like a base for comparison.
Okay.
I guess since it's not even the same thing, so I'm like, I can't even compare it. Like it's completely different. So I don't really like. I don't feel the need to compare. I don't feel compelled to compare because I feel like my life is so different, and like I know that like I'm taking my time with like school and stuff. So I know that like once I start seeing the graduation pics this year, like I'm gonna be like, oh dang, like that could have been me, but whatever. You know, I'm not really like sad about it.
Yeah, but it's always. I mean. I feel as if like we're all humans at the end of the day, and it's always like that kind of like that thought, right? And then you kind of have to like remind yourself, you know, everyone's on their own path, everyone's on their own journey, but it's real. Like it's real sometimes.
I just like also I don't know. Nah, let me not say that.
What?
No, it's gonna be really like it's nothing big. Like I just don't care about these people. So
that's fair.
Like
that's fair.
I don't know. I just feel like I don't like have anybody to compare myself to.
Yeah.
Which is like nothing like I'm better than all of y'all. It's just like
there's nothing to compare.
It's just nothing to compare, and like I'm kind of just happy with how I am.
Yeah, but you're saying it took some.
Sorry,
but you're saying it took some time to get there, though. You know, it wasn't like it was overnight
like a
thing
post-high school thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very much so.
I can dig that.
Like, I still care about the Instagram aesthetics, though, but like, that's about it. It's not for comparison; it's for me.
Yeah.
So that people know I look good. I'm like, hey.
Do y'all think that'll ever change this like whole aesthetics thing?
Not for a while.
No.
I think so.
No, you think we're just gonna go back to posting whatever we want, you know, once we
I don't think so.
No? I think like now that like there's TikTok, that's what Instagram is for now. Instagram is now the app where you look good.
Okay.
And like TikTok, it's like kind of like you could do whatever on there. Whereas before TikTok, it was like, oh, where can I be whatever? I could do it on Snapchat. I could do it on my Insta. Maybe I can make a little YouTube account, but like TikTok's like all that. So now it's like Instagram's aesthetics.
Yeah.
YouTube is for serious people wanting to like make their channels and stuff.
Yeah.
Snapchat's dead. Snapchat's for high schoolers.
Yeah, it's pretty dead. Snapchat's for and Facebook is dead. I won't even ask y'all about Facebook.
Facebook. I got a Facebook last year, but like literally only for like my major. Like that's it. Because everybody was on there, but like nobody's on there like that. So it's just like, why did I even get this?
Yeah. I
don't really use it.
Okay, I feel this. What makes you guys cringe about millennials?
Cringe? Oh my god. So like you know someone's a millennial, like at least on TikTok, when they're recording a video and there's a pause before they actually start talking, that millennial pause.
Not the millennial pause.
They'll be looking at the camera and they're like, so everybody, my name is, and it's just like, you could have started talking when you pressed record, but like, they wanted to wait And it's like that's what they do, and it's so funny because it's just like it's just something like a bunch of y'all do. So like,
Gotta make sure
it's hilarious.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you gotta make sure you're rolling before.
And like it'll be here. Hey everybody!
I'm crying.
Or like just edit that part out. They don't. They don't do that. So.
Mine is when I see like, you know, when people are like recording their thing in segments and you see their hand pulling back each time.
Yeah.
That one gets me. I'm like, oh my lord.
Don't even edit that so that.
Not the millennial pause. Okay. So there's one. I'm done. What makes you cringe about millennials?
What makes you cringe about millennials? It's just when they try to talk like us. That's basically when they try to talk. Because like they just think our terms wrong.
They use it incorrectly.
Or they just pronounce it incorrectly.
It doesn't roll off the tongue like you can tell they've never said it before.
Stop it. It's like I see you trying
and
to act
they're using
young.
it in the wrong context too. And it's just like
it's like
that's
we
not what
know
that
you're
means.
trying, but it's still wrong.
Yeah, that's not what that means.
Oh my gosh.
Especially like with emojis too, because I remember seeing this one TikTok where like this like I think this dad wanted to let like his son know that like his uncle died and he used the skull emoji and not knowing that we used to like use like oh like we're dead laughing because technically he's using it correctly because whenever we search up like death or like dead that emoji comes up, we don't use it for that.
Yeah, we use it like oh my god,
like, I'm dead.
I'm dead. That's so funny. Like not like oh your uncle died. Grandpa's dead. Like no. Like it's not like that. Oh
That's
goodness. Or like someone saying, "Oh my god, I'm so sad." You know, Uncle passed away, and they're using the crying emoji. But crying is the crying laughing one.
Crying laughing. I know exactly.
So their kids are like, "Oh my god, why are you laughing?" They're like, "I'm not. I'm crying."
Stop it.
Yeah.
Those are some good ones. Okay, so you know, with the state of everything happening right now, do you guys feel as if you're prepared for adulthood? I mean, you're basically an adult. You about to be turning 18, be an official adult. Do you guys feel as if you're ready for the real world?
I don't know. I don't know. Just because I feel like it keeps getting worse. So like I don't know what I'm preparing for specifically. And then also I'm thinking about school too. I'm kind of going with the flow with that one. So whatever happens. But like yeah. I just feel like because things are so expensive now, it's harder to find like anything really, and like living on your own is like some fantasy. Definitely got to get a roommate, 2 or 3.
Yeah,
you know. And then trying to get a job is like terrible too. So it's like the 2 things you need are really hard.
Yeah,
and I guess you won't feel like kind of prepared until you like get those. Yeah, really. Or at least like secure.
I love what you said. You're like, I don't know what I'm preparing for. Because everything is changing so quickly and so rapidly and the world's becoming more expensive. Right. What is it even going to look like by the time I'm done with school, by the time I'm, you know, ready to live on my own? Go ahead.
I say that I need to like focus on like my patience more and to learn to trust the process, because being like going into like being an adult, I have to learn that not everything for me will go as planned, and not everything will go as I want it to. Like I have like a plan that I have laid out for me, at least like for my like first semester of college. Something may go wrong between that, and I have to learn how to deal with that. Yeah, like, I could say like I'm gonna do well on this assessment that's coming up. I bombed that test. So I gotta learn how to bounce back from that. Okay, is there anything I could do to like maybe like retake the test, or like maybe I'll do better the next test? And like then like finding a job down, like that's like the one things I want to do when I get down to Florida. Like maybe like I could apply to like 3 jobs that I want to work for, just like make money on the side, and I could get rejected from all 3 of them. Yeah, so I gotta learn what to do.
Temper your expectations.
Exactly.
And also, it's like a different environment down there. Like,
like
it's not New Jersey.
Like
it is not New Jersey. Yeah, and that's so true. I mean, learning patience and like life is funny because you can have the best laid plan, and the universe, God, whatever, will be like, psych. you're doing this instead. Or, or something will happen and it's like, well, now we got to reevaluate. I always go back to, I had 8 great, amazing years in television and I did everything that I wanted to. I grinded and then only to like get laid off. And I'm like, wait, hold on a second. Wait, where do we go from here now? Now, has the plan changed? Does it look different now? Do I need to do something different? I don't know. But yeah, you can have the best laid plans and the world will laugh in your face, like, haha, or the pandemic will happen. I know we talked about this a little bit with the state of the world or whatever, but is that a concern for you guys at all, the state of the world? Do you guys even talk about it with your friends?
It is a concern because it's like the world that I have to live in.
Yeah.
And it's trash. Do I talk about it with my friends?
No, you guys don't talk about the state of the world?
Well, I haven't seen my friends in a minute, too. So when we are together, we do like talk about it like a little bit, but like in terms of like, dang, I can't find anywhere to live. Dang, I'm trying to find a job and it's really hard. Like, like I feel like that falls under state of the world. But it's like things like that. Like, do we talk about like current news? Like, oh my God, did you watch the news yesterday? No. Like, we are aware of it, but, like, it's just so, like, it's so depressing.
Yeah.
So it's like, when I'm hanging out with my friends that I don't see a lot, no,
That makes sense.
And even, like, when I'm at school or whatever, nobody really talks about that.
Yeah. Okay. What about you, bro?
I'm gonna say with my friends, we, like, it's just a thing. Like, no, we don't really talk about the state of the world because whenever I hang out with my friends, we're just looking to have a good time, do whatever, like, even though the state of the world, like, it's all it's constantly changing. It's not in the best place it is right now. We don't really find the time to like really talk about it. And like the one time like we had like a genuine discussion about the state of the world was like back during like when like the Luigi Mangione case is new, and like asking like whether like what's our stand on this man? Like, do you think what he did was like just, or was he just like a crazy radicalist or something?
Yeah. The one thing that I do like about Gen Z is that like y'all don't give a fuck. Y'all don't care. Like, you guys will speak your mind. You guys will say, no, I don't want to do that. And no, that I'm not gonna, my job is not my life. No, I'm not, you know what I mean? You guys like have set boundaries.
Yeah, it's the boundaries. It's like caring about your emotions and mental well-being. It's like, if this is gonna mess me up, I'm not doing it. Yeah. Like, that's me a lot. Like, I had to learn how to do that too, like post high school. I'm like, I gotta put me first. Yeah. Gotta put me first, Lucius. So like, if something makes me feel like as soon as it like starts stressing me out, if it stresses me out and it's not like important to like my grades or important to like my job or like anything, like if it's stress and I have to put up with it, okay. But if it's stress and it's just like, I don't know how to put up with this, I'm not doing it anymore. I'm just gonna walk away, or I'm just not gonna do it. Or I'll be like, I don't want to do this anymore. That's it. I'm not doing this anymore. And like, that's it.
Which is crazy to me. I mean, I love that because, you're setting your boundaries and you know what you can, what you can't do. Meanwhile, us millennials, we're like, we're just going to push through. This is what we got to do. This is what we have to do. So we're just gonna chug through and get it done. No. Fascinating. Yeah. You don't do things that you don't want to do. You got your boundaries up.
Oh no, definitely. I got my boundaries. Like, one thing that doesn't sit right with me is saying like, oh, and I've had this said to me before, saying like, oh, an adult tells you to do something, you do it. No, because if an adult tells me to do something that I think is just straight up dumb, I'm not doing it. Just like a random scenario.
Yeah.
Like, oh, for your punishment, you're running 5 laps around the school. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
What?
I'm not doing that.
What do you mean you're not doing it?
Because what's the point?
If Z says, y'all didn't hit your times in this 400, run 5 laps. You're not going to do it?
That's different. Okay. That's different with like, okay, because like.
Talking about gym class?
I mean, for gym class, like, they can just give you a 0. Like, there's been some instances in gym class where like, well, I think I have taken a 0, or like, oh, it was a Mr. Pinfatti. Like, he was a CrossFit teacher. Like, he forced us to play a game of volleyball, and I wasn't really trying to do anything that day. He's like, oh, if you don't play, you're gonna get a 0. I'm like, give it a 0 then. I'm not trying to play this game.
That's wild.
Because
Well,
like, I
even
was
when you
like-
play
I think it's,
volleyball,
like,
you could kind of just stand there. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
That's what I would do in gym class. I
I think
stand
I
in the
was
back
like-
and I'll be like, "Don't throw that ball at me!" Like,
I think because like I was like dealing with like really bad like shin splints at the time, so I didn't really want to play. I wanted to shave my leg because like, we had like a meat coming out. And I told him this and he wasn't getting it, so I'm just like, I'm not playing. You can give me the 0.
Dang.
Hmm.
Y'all stand up to authority. Meanwhile, we're scared of authority. We're like, we're
If
we're
you
doing what we were always told, which I feel as if now is
Exactly.
definitely changing. But
Definitely
that's how
changing.
we grew up, like doing what you're told, being a good example, following the rules. We're told to do A, B, C to reach D.
Mm.
And you guys are like, that doesn't really fit with how I am emotionally. You
Yeah.
know? That doesn't fit my aesthetic. No, I'm kidding.
Like, for real. Like,
No.
if I need a break, I need a break, or else I'm
Uh-huh.
literally gonna lose my mind.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just say no.
I do appreciate just say no. It's much easier said than done for some of us.
Yeah, it's pretty easy.
Yeah. Are there any values or behaviors that you think Gen Z does that millennials should adopt?
Basic respect for everybody, but I feel like that's a given. You'd think that's a given.
You would think.
You'd think that's a given, but like I've been around so many people for my whole life, and sometimes it's like, at least for me, it's like so uncanny seeing the blatant disrespect someone will
Yeah.
serve to somebody else. Like they'll be talking, and then everybody else will just look at them, and then move on and keep it pushing. Like they don't even exist. Like, and that like I don't know. I feel so
Whoa,
like weirded out by
really?
that. And,
Do
like,
you see
that's,
that?
like,
Yeah.
Weird.
People in like my generation, yeah.
Dang.
So I don't know. I feel
You're
like
just gonna ignore someone when they're talking?
yeah. So like I don't even know if this like counts for like Gen Z so much as it's just like a personal thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
Mm-hmm.
some people just straight out dish disrespect, and it's like, or like lack basic respect for other people.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
That really, I think that's might be one of my pet peeves.
Yeah.
That and people who are emotionally immature,
Yeah.
like people who
Yeah.
just like are not willing to like communicate like what they're feeling in the moment. Like if you have an issue, like
Mhm.
I've had people
talk about it, man.
I-
Talk about
Let
it.
him like I've had people come up to me with their drama saying like, "Oh, I don't like what so is doing." I'm like, "Why are you telling me? Why are you not telling
Telling
the person
them.
that?"
Yeah.
Now they think I'm a part of the beef, and they come and be like, "Oh, why are you all up in my
Yeah.
business?" First of all, I didn't. It wasn't even me that was all up in your business.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
had this come to me. And second of all, do you really think that people aren't trying to be in your business? Because people are nosy. People may hear
Yeah.
something and they just like assume.
Realistically
what they think.
speaking.
Yeah.
Because like realistically speaking, some people like might try to be in your business and be like, oh, some people come asking like, I've had people come up and ask me when I would walk with my friends and stuff, be girls, "Oh, are you and so dating?"
Just because
Really?
you're walking with the girl?
Yeah.
Oh.
People, so that's the
they
example of people
assume.
making assumptions
Yeah.
on what's not actually true.
They'll assume and they'll run.
Ooh.
They'll run.
They'll assume and they'll run.
Tell
with-
everybody
and they'll run with it.
Hey,
Now
everybody.
everyone's saying like, oh, this happened. I'm like, no.
on some lies.
Misinformation can spread very quickly.
Yeah. And then 4
Dang.
days later, you're
Yeah.
learning that people freaking thought you like jump puppies, and it's like, well, where did this come from?
Got
And, like-
people side-eyeing you. Be like,
Yeah.
"Look at you."
And nobody wants to communicate. So I
Yeah.
don't know if millennials are better at communication than like Gen Z, because I feel like with Gen Z, either people are really like emotionally developed and they will
Yeah.
communicate, or they will not say anything.
Really?
And which is like the harbinger of like so many problems.
yeah. Because I feel as if I've dealt with the other type of Gen Zers, the ones who are just like blunt about it. I'm like, dang, okay.
Yeah, because there are people who are blunt about it, but those people tend to like not be liked as much socially because they're so blunt and honest.
Mm.
Because like there's a lot of people who like don't like the blunt honesty. They want you kikiing and laughing in their face. And,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
lying.
Delusional.
But like also, yeah, back to the communication thing.
Yeah.
Like some people like won't communicate with you, and they'll just like, and I don't know if that's because like they'll say like, "Oh, I'm scared," whatever, or I don't know, or they'll try to do it through text, but again, text isn't like the best way because things can
Yeah,
get
like I said
misconstrued
Yeah.
Like I
Like we
said
talked
earlier.
about.
and whatever.
Mhm.
Like, whenever I have to communicate with somebody, like if it's something important, I'll be like, we gotta talk about this.
Yeah.
Like we should talk about this, like
Yeah.
in person or whatever. And then like, I don't know, sometimes even in person, people won't tell you everything. Or people won't.
That's interesting.
So
yeah.
Communication is something that I think is important, or something important that I learned because like a lot of people aren't good at communicating.
Yeah.
Or like from my experience with people not good at communicating, I've learned that I need to communicate more.
Yeah.
So that I can avoid miscommunication. I can avoid bad things happening, but I can avoid people who don't communicate.
Yeah, that's so true. With millennials, I feel as if I don't know. I feel as if coming up, we were kind of like the era of finally talking about our feelings, like, you know, making going to therapy normal, making talking about our anxieties and the different maybe mental struggles that we have, you know, more open. So I feel as if I'm able to communicate just fine with some people, but then I think it becomes like a person to person thing. Like you said, how emotionally intelligent are some people? Can they actually have this conversation? Can they bring up this topic to me? Because I've definitely had people who have not spoken to me and have gone on to like snitch or something, and then now we have a problem because you didn't even come to me to talk to me.
At least like just go to the person
come
first.
to me to talk to me,
and like things will be resolved so much like simpler, or whatever. Easier, smoother, but they can't do it.
Yeah, I want to make it more difficult.
You want to cause unnecessary problems.
But like, I guess like sometimes by communicating, it will like expose them. Yeah. So you know,
that's true.
It's also a way to like avoid getting caught up in their like own stuff.
Yeah, even though they need to talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now you guys teach me some Gen Z slang. How do you want to do this? Let me put my iPad to the side.
All right, so I have this large list of words.
Yeah.
That like you're just gonna say, and you're gonna go from the top down. You're just gonna say them, and what would we agree upon that? She's gonna like
she's just gonna say what they mean, or like what meme it's referencing, because like it's only a couple, but like because some of the words like are referencing like a specific meme. But yeah, just say the word, say what it means.
Oh gosh,
say what it references.
Okay. I got this one. Riz. Okay, I know this one. Charisma. Riz, it's like charisma. Your aura, like, you know how you can back somebody. Like you got hella Riz.
Your ability to like attract somebody.
Charisma.
Yeah.
Okay. Cap. I know that was a lie.
Yeah.
I know cap. We use that. Fine shit. Fine shit. Like, ooh, that girl's fine. Like, that's some fine shit.
Yeah.
I think about that one. Okay, let's see. Chop shit. Like it's messed up. Like it's bad. No?
That's referencing someone who's ugly. So like
like chopped.
Chopped shit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They ain't fine shit.
They ain't fine shit, they're chopped shit.
I'm using this. In the Big 25? Rose? In the Big 25? Was this like Bachelorette or something?
Nah, because the Big 25 means like when someone says like a joke that's like outdated, even if it's like a joke that's used last year, people say like, oh, you're still saying that in the Big 25 as in like in 2025.
But we're in 2025.
Yeah, like you're saying like that old joke in 2025.
Oh, okay. In the Big 25. Interesting. Okay. Yapping. Oh, that really does this. Talks a lot.
Talking a lot.
What? Just yapping all day. You even said it.
Yeah, I was so far yapper, yeah.
Edging. Ooh, this means something different. No, what do I know?
I think it means the same thing.
Does it?
Yeah.
It's like
yeah.
We come really close to.
Yeah. Okay.
That ain't even slang.
It can also be used in different contexts too. When like let's say hang up like why are you edging us?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. I see. Like just tell it to us already. Yeah. Tantalizing us. Okay. Buns. Booty. No, cheeks.
They can reference that, but also reference something being like bad, like
that's buns.
Yeah, this song's buns. You want to listen to our mixtape? Yo, this is buns.
This is buns. I like it. Looks maxing. Okay. Like maximizing the way you look?
Essentially, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Like, okay, so what would you say? How would I use that in a sentence?
Like a horrible brain rot type of way. It's like, oh, this dude's trying to look smacks because he's like mewing. He's getting in the gym.
He's mewing? Okay, now you're just like using a whole bunch of stuff at once.
Is that one in the list?
What the heck is mewing?
I don't think I put it on there, but you can talk about it. Mewing is like...
It's
like...
like...
You put like your tongue to like the roof of your mouth and you're like...
It's basically having good mouth-like posture. So like naturally like how people... Or like to maximize your looks, they say that you have to have your tongue, the base of your tongue at the roof of your mouth, and like your mouth is closed because it's pulling in the muscles here, and you're basically training the muscles, and it helps you to be more defined, have a defined jawline, everything like that. But also like, I don't know, you might have a little bit to do with posture, but it's mostly just to like get a really defined jawline.
Yeah.
Like, you know those people that have like no no
servant
jawline,
face.
Like, they have like no jawline.
But like, yeah, like with mewing, it's become like a meme because people are just like, oh, I gotta hit my mewing streak, and they like will do like and like show off their jawline because it was just this whole thing. But like that was like last year, 2 years ago, kind of.
Okay,
Yeah.
I thought it meant
falls
like
under looks maxing, but like in a funny context.
Gotcha. Ooh, do you guys actually use these words? Like, do you use looks maxing? Do you use
I use that as a
buns?
joke.
It's like chronically online terminology.
I don't use it
like
you don't use these terms.
it's
I
like
don't use
TikTok
these
comment
terms
type of
seriously.
thing. Like you'll see like in the
see
comment
them in
section and
comments.
stuff. Like that's where people use it because it's like online lingo.
Right, online.
I'd say.
Interesting.
Some of them I
okay,
use.
Okay.
IRL though.
Okay. Oh, I know this one because I've been on Reddit. I know this next one because I've been on Reddit nowadays. Chat, am I cooked?
Yeah.
Okay, it's usually on like live stream, right? It's like a live stream thing, and then am I cooked? Like am I done? Like
yeah.
Am I done for? I know this, guys. I'm not that old. Aura, I know this one. This is like it's like a vibe. It's like, you know, what you're giving off.
Yeah, someone's energy.
Yeah,
like
someone's
energy.
You can gain aura from doing something, or you can do something really embarrassing and you can lose aura.
Lose aura.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Let's say like you're playing let's say you're playing like a basketball game, then like you like I don't know, you get your ankles broken, or like you flop in your face, like you lose aura from that.
Minus 1,000 aura.
Yeah.
How would you use? Stop laughing
No,
at
no,
me.
you
How
used it
would
right.
you use it? And it's like no, and now y'all are pitying me.
No,
How would you
it
use
is.
it? How would you use it?
You used it right. You're fine. You're fine. He just did.
Okay.
You used it right. You're fine.
Okay. Infinite aura. Okay. Where the huzz at? What the heck? What the heck is this? Where the huzz at? Where's the fun? Where's the party? What is it?
It's like it references the Goo Goo Girls.
Yeah. The hoods
Where
are
the
like
hoes?
the girls.
No,
Yeah.
Where the hoes
Yeah. Yeah, basically.
But like we don't like actually use it like as a general like.
We don't
like,
say hoes.
Huzz.
We say hoes.
Yeah, just a little
Oh, the
difference.
Huss weren't impressed by that.
The huzz. I've never seen that before. HUZZ.
Yeah.
Huzz.
Yeah.
Okay, well there you go. There you have it. That's some Gen Z lingo sprinkled in with a little bit of Gen Alpha.
But Gen Z still uses it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I learned a lot. I learned a lot. Are there any closing words y'all want people to know about Gen Z?
Just keep doing your thing, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep them boundaries.
Mm-hmm. Learn how to communicate.
Yeah.
That's
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you guys. I think there's something to be said about the generations listening to each other because I feel as if like, you know, as the newer, younger generations come in, we tend to think, oh, they don't know what they're doing. They're not doing things right. Da, 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 da.
Mm-hmm.
But so much insight can be gained from people who have a new perspective and a new way of thinking. So I just think it'll be good for all of us to just talk to each other. Like you said, communicate.
Communication.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's absolutely key. Well, thank you guys.
Signing off. Disney Channel.
Yeah,
Wait,
right?
will that get copyrighted?
Done. Hey there, one more thing before you go. First, thank you so much for watching and listening. You didn't have to. You could have done literally anything else with your time. So I am so appreciative. Number two, if you liked what you heard or you resonated with anything, please like, comment, subscribe. Do all the things. All the links will be in the show notes so we can continue exploring this wild, weird, wacky, and awesomely wonderful world outside of work.
Gotta put me first, Lucius.